Okay, guys, we are going to spend some time with Stella. She's a roughly 5-month-old golden doodle, or just a doodle of some sort. And she's been here for a little bit under a week. And we're getting her ready for her transition home from this first day. So we're going to touch on some of the most important things that we see for our puppy clients. All right, so the first thing that we're going to go over is her crate etiquette. So that's how to come out of the crate, how to go in the crate, and how to relax once you're in there. We're also going to cover something that's really important, which is how to receive affection, right? So a lot of times we just see adult dogs or just remedial training being needed for dogs that get way too excited when there's people coming around or affection being handed out. We're also going to go over her leash manners, which will help a lot kind of tie in with that, because the leash is a great tool to help be coaching the young dogs. All right, so we'll get started with those things. We'll wrap up with some playtime and show you guys what Stella's all about. All right, so as we're getting rolling with her crate etiquette, and I'm starting to get my engagement going with her, so she knows I'm going to come over and get her out of the crate. One of the first things we like to do is have something to motivate the dog, to pay the dog. So I'm going to take a little handful of her food and just put it in my back pocket. So throughout our session, she can have a little tasty treat. All right, so it's okay that she's like happy to see me. Yep, I'm happy to see her too. When I start going to open the crate and get her out, I want that kind of excitement and that happiness to stop. Okay? So once we get to the crate and we're going to open it, we want that to kind of relax and be nice and easy. One of the favorite things we like to do is actually feed the dog in the crate. So she learns that it's a nice place to be, good things happen. Very nice. Nice and patient. Good. All right. This would be an opportunity to put any equipment on that you need to, get your leash hooked up. Very nice. If she were to come busting out, I would tell her no, and we use the term wait for situations like this. Good job. All right, when I'm ready to come out, I'm going to set the tone or set the pace with my hand. So look like this. Stella, okay. And give her a nice, easy, yeah. Stella, okay. Very nice. Now, what I'm going to do for demonstration purposes, and it's also good to practice in general, we're going to send her back into the crate a couple times. All right? So you don't want the dog to think that every time they come out of the crate, they're going to bust through the house and go outside right away. Good. So again, we have the dog's attention. We've got some food for her. Stella, inside. Inside means go the whole way in. Inside. Stabilize. Good girl. Give her some food. Now, you can see this crate's a little small for her. This is not the crate she's been staying in. This is just one we're using for our demonstration. Just a little disclaimer there. Good. Stella? Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Good girl. Stella? Inside. Inside. No. Inside. Good girl. Very nice, buddy. Very nice. Now, a great opportunity to start teaching her that once she's in there, things are going to happen around her and people can move. And yeah, we could even have a third party maybe walk by, right? So she's aware that Lawrence is going by. Good girl. Good girl. Very nice. So the crate really helps set the tone that you're not always going to be in the middle of everything that's happening, little puppy. Sometimes life's going to happen around you and you just get to observe. Excellent. Good job. All right, guys, so that's Stella's crate etiquette. We've got Stella out of the crate and we're ready to get into some leash manners and receiving affection. We're going to kind of put these two things together, and it's going to be a brief touch on them. They're actually both can be fairly deep subjects. So starting with leash manners, at this age, we're just making sure that the dog understands that once this leash is on, they shouldn't be pulling and yanking us all around. All right, we've got our leash handling video. You want to become a leash ninja when you get a puppy. All right, so you can check that out another time. So now that she's here and just kind of with me, she knows that if we move around a little bit, her basic leash manners are that when she feels a little information, she moves with it. Good girl. Good girl. So if she were to like run into the end of the leash, that would be a disagreeable experience for her, right? But then when she comes back to us, it's a very agreeable experience. Good girl. All right, so basic leash manners. Now, what you also see is I'm able to give her some affection, and she's not jumping on me, she's not licking my hand, she's not mouthing at me. And that's because we've had to work on this, right? We've taught her how to properly receive affection. From the handler's perspective, and I'm going to get right down here with her, I don't want to reinforce or give affection when the dog's being pushy or soliciting. So when I kneel down, you see her start kind of pushing at me, licking at me. I'm going to say no and give a little bit of the leash information. Good girl. So it's really important that we understand not to provide affection when the dog's being pushy or soliciting. Good girl. Now that she's settled in a little bit, I'm going to give her some pets. Good girl. Good. If she does anything to interfere, no, no, no. Good girl. You goofball. Good girl. And this is fine, but I'm not going to continue petting if she's doing things that are going to interfere with the affection. So if there's a bunch of mouthing, no, no, good girl. Then the petting will stop. And with puppies, sometimes you just can't pet them that much, right? They're used to anything that comes flying or comes towards them or their face. They might just want to put that in their mouth. Good girl. So notice I'm also going for the back and the side and touching here. If I were to pet her on the head and the face, good girl. Good girl. There you go. She's more likely to try to mouth at me and lick my hand. That's very good. So remember, you are the window into how she's going to interact with other people. So on a daily basis, you want to prepare your puppy to receive affection properly and not be pushy, soliciting, or overzealous about it. No. There's a time to get rambunctious and rowdy. No. Good girl. Very nice. All right, guys, that's how Stella receives affection. All right, so what we're going to do is demonstrate a little bit of like walking with Stella. And so a little more on the leash manners. We're going to walk around a little bit, and then we're going to have a friendly stranger knock and come into the room so we can show you how this leash manners and receiving affection can help her be more appropriate in social settings. All right, so we're just going to say, Stella, heel. Good girl. And this is not a big, bad, formal heel command. We just are starting to help her learn this is where to walk. Good girl. If she gets too far ahead, we'll say no. Heel. Give her a little help. Good girl. Very good. Make sure we can turn both directions. Good girl. Good girl. If I stop, she stops. Good girl. If I walk, she walks. Good girl. If I change my pace and maybe speed up a little bit, she speeds up with me. Good. And then slow. Good girl. Good. All right. And I've got that food in my pocket. Give her a nice little treat. Good girl. And this is just her kibble. This is her daily intake. Good girl. Very nice. All right, we'll get ready for our visitor. So I'm just going to come this way, and I'm going to have her set up so and I don't care if she sits or stands. I just want her to be a little more relaxed. There you go. Good. All right, go ahead. Yeah, come on in. And this is stuff you guys got to practice, right? You got to practice this at home as well. Good. So come up right to about the cone. That's good. There you go. Oops. Fumble. Good girl. So somebody coming around, she does not need to immediately fly over there. So the leash manners helps her learn. She doesn't have to immediately do that. Now, when it's an appropriate time, and actually we could say hi, good to see you. Thanks for coming over. This is my dog, Stella. She's super sweet. Is it okay if she comes and says hi to you? Oh, absolutely. All right. Stella. Okay. Yep. Okay. Good. Now, I want to make sure I have a nice loose leash during her interaction. That way, if she does do something inappropriate, I can immediately say no and then give her information with the leash. Excellent. Let her make a decision there. Beautiful. Good girl. And we like to practice calling the dog out of this, so it sounds like this. Stella, come. Oh, good girl. Excellent. Good. Stella? Okay. Good. All right, we're going to weave in one little exercise here that I think will be important for everybody. We'll do some phase 1 recalls. What we've been doing is having at least 2 people help with this. So Stella learns the joy of hearing her name, the word come, and rushing over to a person. All right? So I'm going to be at this end of the facility. Lawrence will be down there. And the exercise, we'll do 3 or 4 repetitions of her being recalled. All right, Lawrence, go ahead. Stella, come. Good girl. I should have taken her leash off, maybe. Looks for some stability, pays the dog. And once Lawrence kind of goes dead to the dog and is not interacting, then I can call her back. Stella, come. Come. Good girl. Good girl. Very nice. Very nice. Stella, okay. Oh, very nice. We do a little reward sequence, so she really likes coming to us. Maybe she can show off her little spin moves. Yeah, both directions. Can you do it? Oh, can you do it? No, just one way. Just one way. Good dog. Stop showing off. All right. Stella, come. Good girl. Very nice. Good. Good. All right, I'll call her back. Stella, come. Stella, come. Good girl. Good girl. Excellent. Excellent. Stella, yes. Good job. Yes. Yes. All right, and to round out this exercise, you know, this puppy's going to have lots of energy, right? She's a good, well-bred little dog, lots of energy. So we also add in this little game. You can do it by yourself. She sees the food. All right, we tell her, get it, get it. She gets to chase it down and eat. Ready? Get it. Yeah. Food toss. Stella, come. No jumping. Good girl. Okay. Excellent. Good girl. Good girl. All right, guys. So this gives you a little glimpse of where she's at right now. And we'll go on to the next phase. All right, so one of the most important aspects of having a dog and spending time with her is going to be how we play. Right? It should be fun. We should do it every day. And this is really where the dog gets the opportunity to let loose and express herself, have some passion about who she is and what she does. So instead of letting this stuff come out at the wrong time when you're on a walk or she sees the neighbors, don't wait for that thing to happen. Every day, get up and at some point ignite the dog into having this passion for a game. All right, we say this, Stella, do you want to play? That opens the window. Okay, good. All right, so have fun with her. I like to keep the leash on because once she does get the ball, I don't want her running off and going and doing whatever she wants. I want her to come back and rest with me, share the ball with me. There you go. Good. Yeah, good. Good girl. Okay. You ready? Okay. Nice. In this particular game, we want her to fall in love with chasing and catching the ball. Easy. There's rules, right? She can't lunge at my hand and bite me. That's one of the rules. Good girl. Stella, get it. Good girl. Yes. Very nice. We're conditioning her to come back to us. Okay? Hey guys, quiet. to come back to us and share this ball with us, right? There you go. So when she comes back, we don't reach and try to take the ball right away. We give her some love. Good job. Oh, good girl. We can be a little more rough, a little more excited now. All right, you ready? This way. Nice, buddy. Nice, ready? All right, and get it. Loves it. Good girl. Oh, nice. Good girl, Stella. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, you're doing good. Where's the ball? Good girl. All right. Good. So 5 to 10 minutes at a time. Doesn't have to be super long, but she loves to play. Get a few rounds of this in each day. It'll serve her well. You want to do one more? Actually, let's do so we also want to be able to have control during this game. So let's do this. Let's do Stella. Stay. Good girl. Stay. I've got my leash. Good girl. Stay. No. Stay. Good girl. Stella, get it. Good girl. Very nice. Good girl. Even with other dogs barking and growling at her, she came right on back because this is the most fun. Good job, buddy. Awesome. All right, that's how you play with Stella. All right, guys, to round this out, we're going to show you one more exercise. So we love the place command. All right, it gives us an opportunity to help the dog learn a nice resting place. All right, so when we're going to sit on the couch or we want to have some downtime, instead of the dog thinking that they should come clobber us on the furniture, we're going to help them learn to go to a nice dog bed and rest there. All right, so we call it the place command. When we tell her, we're going to do the look, step, and point. So it looks like this. Stella, place. Good girl. Good girl. At this point, we've taught her the expectation is once she's on there, she needs to stay put. Good girl. So if I sit down, no. Place. Little help. Good girl. Good girl. Now notice I put the dog bed in a particular position so that I can still have my leash and we're next to each other, but we're not right on top of each other. So great short-term practice gives you big long-term payout because when you have someone come and sit on your couch, how nice would it be if they kind of moseyed over and settled down next to you guys, but didn't immediately come and attack your friend on the couch with love? All right, so no, place, the place command. Good girl. At this stage, it doesn't have to be super long. You're just teaching the concept. All right, keep your leash handy, get your reps in, and you can build off this. So that's a good girl. Good girl. I should be able to move freely. Be myself. Maybe tie my shoe. All right, and it's okay if the dog makes mistakes. Right? She's going to, but that's part of the process. You get to teach. Going around is really hard. See that? She maintained though. Good girl. No. Place. Place. Good girl. We want her to be in a nice relaxed position, but it's okay if she stands up. Good girl. Very good. Good dog. All right, when I'm ready for her to be off of the place command, I'll come over to her. We sometimes like to give a nice little massage, right? Let her know she's done such a good job. Very nice. And then a very clear release. A lot of times we use this touch. Stella, okay. Very nice. Very nice. So overall, a fantastic puppy. She's been a joy to have around. She's super sweet. And I get to break all the rules now because she's done such a good job. All right, guys, that's it for Stella. We'll see you soon. Happy dog training.